Hey, good morning. Welcome back to our channel. This is Jared at 3C's Recreation, and we are so excited. Got to work early this morning and just pulled up our inbox, and the 2024 RR models have been released from beta. It's really exciting. I always lose track of what time of year it is, but the 2024s are already being announced. They are not going to be shipping until September, so keep that in mind. We can talk about it now, but we're still a couple months away from actually getting them in the store. So I don't have like any walk around videos. I can't give you specifics on like how the graphics are going to look. Beta does have some pictures, which we'll share in the video here. And so for now, we're going to talk about the standard RR model. And in the email, Beta does say, I'm kind of reading it as we go, between June and September is when you're going to see the cross trainers, the 300RRs, and the Evos, and then the race editions. So there is another cool model Beta's coming out with, which I'm not sure I'm going to talk about it yet because I want to see one, or I want to get the press release. So keep an eye out. A lot of cool stuff happening from Beta. All good things ahead. So what's going on with Beta here is the RR models today. And there are some pretty cool changes that I am excited about for you as the consumer. Every year Beta kind of tweaks things, but I think this year these things in particular are going to be really beneficial for you as the customer. So we can get the price out of the way right away. So Beta did a really good job on all of the RR 4-stroke models. They kept the price the same. I just went down through the email and I compared it to the 2023 prices on the Beta website. Shipping did go up like $50, but that's kind of the way the world is right now. The 2-stroke line, the 125 stayed the same. I'm not going to really talk about those MSRP prices, but because it could change, and then you'll be like, oh, Jared said the pricing was this back in May. So, but the rest of the 2-strokes, the 200, the 250, and the 300 only went up $200 a bike. And I think compared to the competitors, they did a really good job with keeping the price super fair. So really happy with Beta. Pricing looks really good. Again, I don't really want to talk about the exact numbers because things do change all the time. So past the pricing, and let's get to the cool stuff, the actual features of what's changed. So the big news for us is going to be the radiators, and this is an awesome redesign. And what they did, so the 250s, the 300s, and all of the 4-strokes get this change. The 125s and the 200s do not get this radiator update according to the email. So what they did is they reshaped the top of it to allow us to turn sharper. So a lot of folks online have always taken like a 27 millimeter socket, heated the radiator a little bit, and dented the top of the radiator. That way, whenever you're turning those forks, you get a little more clearance. So really excited about that, because when we do push used bikes, I've got some used Husqvarnas and some Kawasaki's here. Whenever you're pushing those bikes in and out of the showroom, and I'm trying to make a couple turns to go outside, they do turn really sharp. So Betas, we do make it happen. We make those changes ourselves, but it's cool from the factory that Beta's realizing that, and they're going to change it. Again, the radiator changes are only in the 250s, the 300s, and the 4-strokes. The next bullet point they've got listed here is the 300RR engine. It's got an updated crank bearing design, which is pretty exciting. Back in 2019, it's no secret Beta had some crank bearing issues on the 300s. One of our riders, his crank bearings failed, and we still kind of see that periodically. Once in a while you'll see a bearing fail, and maybe I see it more than most dealers because we do a ton of parts orders. Like all day long we're sending parts all over the country. Really exciting about that. So that bullet point is just the 300 engine receives an updated crank bearing design similar to the 2023 250RR. So actually I didn't know that the 2023 250 had a different crank bearing. That's new to me. So excited about that. Beta's durability has been really strong since we've been a dealer in 2012, but that's going to improve it a little bit more. They do always talk about, the next bullet point here is about the forks. So new internal lighter forks, better feedback. Every year they make a bullet point about suspension. Doesn't matter the brand. It could be the RM85 that hasn't changed for 10 years. They're just going to say the forks are better. So that's cool. I have no complaints about the Sox forks that are on there. I've really enjoyed the RR models. And if you check out our channel, you'll know that over the years, I've always enjoyed the RR models. That's my wrists are softer than they used to be, so it's important to have a softer suspension for me. The front brake hose is new. So they've got a new brake hose that's crimped at the top and the bottom to eliminate the outer sheaths and sliding up and down the line. So it's one of those things that I didn't run into a lot. None of our shop bikes really get hundreds of hours on them. So maybe some of your used bikes out there do experience where that front brake hose could slide up and down, or the outer sheathing that's protecting the hose. So they recrimped it, which is cool, make it better. The next bullet point is the seat, and it says a slightly different shape along with a softer foam for longer rides, softer foam for more comfort. I'll believe it when I see it. I don't trust that. I don't know Beta and their seat foam. It's the top selling items for us as an accessory dealer is going to be a new seat and radiator guards. So I don't know. It says a softer seat. I'm excited if that's true. That's going to save customers a little bit of money. But again, whenever we see it, I'll believe it. Actually, when we sit on one, so once we get either to the dealer meeting or when we get them here in the showroom, we'll sit on them and we'll give you guys some feedback like we always do. The next bullet point is graphics. So every year, bold new graphics, and so more complete looking graphic package. I have no complaints about the 2023 graphics, so we'll skip past that. Traction control. So all of the 4-stroke RR models are now going to get traction control. It's an improved traction control system. So for 2023, they had it, but 2024, it's an improved. And again, I have no actual feedback on that until we get to ride the bikes. So, and I've never really touched on traction control on our YouTube channel. And that's something that I'd like to get a newer 4-stroke and go out and ride and do that for you guys. This year we're building all 2-strokes between the cross trainer and the 125 for the 24-hour race. I really don't have any 4-strokes in the builds right now. So the last bullet point here from Beta is a new 4-stroke air box that's been redesigned and it remains to help the low end power. So a new air box on the 4-strokes. Beta's always had a ton of low end power, so I'm not worried about that. That's kind of Beta's signature thing is great power. So this was just a really quick intro for the 2024 Beta RR lineup. We love Beta. So this year, just for you guys that are following our channel, this is by far our biggest year with Beta, and I can attribute a lot of that to the YouTube channel. So thank you guys so much for watching our channel. We're getting folks driving from all over the East Coast to buy bikes from us. I treat everybody really fair in pricing. We are not a super center. We're a family shop, so I don't hit you with a bunch of fees. And I do have a bunch of 2023 bikes in stock. I do have some sales on those. So if you're looking for 2023, some really cool sales. I don't want to talk about what I'm doing because things do change weekly. So if you want a new bike, give us a call. I'd love to work with you on a 2024. We could pre-order the bikes. On Wednesday, the bikes are going to go live on the dealer portal to order. So if you would like one, call me. Let's get some pricing organized. Again, Jared at 3Cs Recreation. Thank you guys so much for supporting our channel. Enjoy the ride.